Welcome to FRC Media News for Thursday, July 15th, 2021. I'm Keith Tebow. Mayor Paul Coogan officially launches his campaign for re-election. Bristol Community College provides a preview of its offshore wind training facility, and it's full steam ahead toward the opening of the new BMC Durfee High School. All this and more coming up.
I have no needs and wants, but I do have a request. I need your help to win this election in September. I hope I make it to the finals. I'm going to need your help in November, and we are going to win this election, and we are going to work to the best of our ability to make Fall River a better place to live for you, your children, your grandparents, and everybody else in this city. I need your help. Don't be afraid to pitch in. Let's get this done, and thank you for coming out tonight.
Paul Coogan last night officially launched his re-election campaign for a second term as mayor. Speaking to supporters, the mayor pointed to his work to keep the city on track through the COVID-19 pandemic.
We moved everything around to the best of our ability during COVID, and we kept working. That's all we do down there. There's a core group of people that work for you guys. They show up, they do their jobs, they go home. They enjoy their life. I got people that I never knew these people in my whole life. They come to work every day and they help us. Fall River right now is in a very, very good place. Financially, we are as solid as a rock. We are going to take this ARPA money and build Fall River into a place that people want to call home. Residents are moving back to the city now. People are buying houses. House prices are going up. And I know that's restrictive to some people sometime, but it's also a good thing for all of our homeowners. They're making money on their investment in the city of Fall River. Our schools, come the fall when we open the new Durfee High School, we're going to have an open house. I want you all to go through it. It's absolutely unbelievable.
The mayor boasted about his good working relationship with state and federal government partners, but took a shot at the city council for not working in cooperation with the administration.
Our local city council thinks the way to help the residents of Fall River is to block me. That's not the way this is supposed to work. That is not. If someone has a disagreement with me, they should come talk to me, tell me, Paul, I don't support that. I'll be with you on the next one. But that's not what's happening. They don't come in, they don't call, and what you see in my example of poor government is what went on last night at that council meeting. Nothing got accomplished. Not one person went to bed last night living in a better city. Not one person went to bed living in a better city. They went to a place where people just argued all night, block everything. I have people that I want to put on boards. These are good, solid citizens in this city. They want to volunteer to help for nothing. Vote no. Right. I mean, I don't know what's going on, but we will work our way through it, and we will do it to make Fall River a better place to live.
2 weeks into the new fiscal year, and the city council and the administration are still squabbling over jurisdiction on the approval of expenditures. At this week's city council meeting, the administration asserted that the $34 million in American Rescue Plan money the council accepted will be spent by the mayor without council approval. Interim City Administrator Tim McCoy said the law allows for executive distribution only, but still welcomes the council's input on how that money can be spent.
I can assure you that there's going to be dialogue amongst the councilors and the executive branch and the administration. You know, my bone of contention is just simply, I don't believe another vote is required. But the council is going to be kept in the loop. Again, there are suggestions that are coming in from a variety of areas. You know, I highlight what Council Pereira mentioned. I highlighted tonight what we have in Operation Compass. It is an open door, and you know, again, I want to encourage more input from this body.
Councilors disagreed, pointing to state law that mandates the mayor proposes spending with the approval of the city council.
And the grant provides for expenditures to local governments to any of these approved categories. In no place does it say that that's our only vote. Actually, the mayor, in his letter, refers to Mass General Law, Chapter 44, Section 53A, which says, with the approval of the mayor and city council. He refers to it in his own letter. And just because the order says the categories doesn't mean that we give up any right to this. In no universe should anyone make a decision on $34 million without checks and balances. And we specifically said it at that meeting. No one's wanting to micromanage $5 here, $10 here. But the council, according to law that the mayor referenced, says the approval of the mayor and city council. Council needs to vote on the expenditures.
In response, the council voted to reject transfers to balance the recently completed FY 2021 budget and postpone actions on transfers and COVID spending for FY 2022. During our weekly interview this morning, the mayor stressed that the council's actions are not in the best interest of the city.
It's not sound accounting principles that they're operating on. I think what's going on is obviously the council president has decided to run for mayor, so it's going to be a push and a pull from now till the end of the year, and that's just the way it's going to play out. I just would hope that no matter what Paul Coogan says or whatever Councilor Ponce says, the citizens of Fall River come above both of us, and that's their first priority. I think that's what we should focus on. This one-upsmanship is no way to run a city, and I think from what I'm hearing, people are getting extremely frustrated with it because it's not in the best interests of the residents.
The city of Fall River still lags behind the rest of the state in the number of residents vaccinated for COVID-19. The city is on a rotation of communities to be visited by the state's Vax Bus, a mobile clinic distributing the vaccine. The bus made an appearance Wednesday at Government Center.
I think the bus is easy and convenient. As long as people know that we're there, you don't need an appointment to come to us. You hop on the bus, you get your vaccine, and you're good to go.
The bus will return for those seeking their second dose on October 4th. Here's an update now on the distribution of the COVID-19 vaccine here in Fall River. 51% or 45,597 city residents have received at least one dose of the vaccine, with 41,280 or 46% of our residents fully vaccinated. An update is expected later today. You can find out more on our webpage, frmedia.org/COVID vaccine. The easiest way to find out where to get the vaccine in Fall River is still through the city's vaccination webpage at frvax.com or by calling 833-8VAX-NOW or 833-882-9669. You can also visit the state's web portal at vaxfinder.mass.gov. You can also dial 211. Walk-ins are welcome. The area's congressional delegation joined U.S. Senator Ed Markey on a tour last week of the future site of Bristol Community College's National Offshore Wind Institute on the New Bedford waterfront. Bristol President Dr. Laura Douglas says the 30,000 square foot facility will be the center of training and recertifying employees for the growing offshore wind industry.
This building will become a world-class training center that prepares workers for challenging and dynamic environments. An essential link to support the offshore wind industry, covering a wide variety of needs, safety, technical skills, and so much more. The offshore wind industry is poised to create thousands of job opportunities across a wide range of industries, and it is critical to develop a local workforce and infrastructure to support the industry. The NOWI will provide a critical part of the offshore wind sector's infrastructure and Bristol's associate degree program in wind technology and its certificate program in offshore wind power technician. We are going to help to ensure Massachusetts will be competitive and support this industry in its supply chain to grow right here in the Commonwealth of Massachusetts.
Senator Markey, who has been a champion for the expansion of clean energy resources, said the Bristol program will support the growth of thousands of local jobs.
This institute is the future, an evolving and powerful force here on the South Coast. For more than 50 years, Bristol has been educating students, building our workforce, and training leaders on the South Coast. It is here that students are going to get the education they need, the training they need, not just for a job, but for a career in wind and renewable energy resources. And that is what this upcoming generation wants: careers in renewable energy technologies and in helping to solve the climate crisis.
Construction of the Institute is expected to be complete in the summer of 2022. Massachusetts 4th District Congressman Jake Auchincloss was in Fall River last week, holding an open house to meet with city residents. Auchincloss says meeting directly with constituents is one of the best parts of his job, and he is looking to hold similar open houses in all 34 cities and towns within his district. While meeting with Fall River residents, he says he hears many of the same concerns.
I hear a lot about housing and transportation issues. We've got to make housing more affordable for residents in eastern Massachusetts. We need to improve our transportation system to connect people with jobs and services, and do it not just with highways, but with transit and with better walking and cycling infrastructure. And I hear a lot about people's concerns with climate resilience. We have seen droughts, we have seen extreme weather, we're seeing flooding. We are seeing increasingly climate change intrude on our daily lives, and we know that we need big, bold action at the national level to ensure that the planet is livable for the next generation.
In the coming weeks, Congress will be looking to pass a comprehensive infrastructure bill, one Democrats hope will mirror the ambitious plan touted by President Joe Biden.
$300 billion at least to fix roads and bridges, $100 billion to upgrade transit, $100 billion for innovative mobility and investments in clean energy, money for clean water, money for high-speed internet. This is about connecting people to jobs and services in the 21st century economy. In southeastern Massachusetts, it's going to help the offshore wind industry, it's going to help the medical device industry, it's going to help the blue economy, areas that are growth sectors for Fall River and its neighbors. So my focus is on making that bill as best as it can be, and we amended it in committee and got it past the House, and now we have to ensure that it's the nucleus of the Senate's bipartisan agreement. And ultimately, it's going to be on Republicans whether or not they want to work with us to make sure water is clean, make sure our roads and bridges are safe, make sure transit can meet the needs of people throughout the country. We'll pass this one way or another. It'll be a better, more resilient bill if we can get Republican votes. Ultimately, that's going to be on them, though.
We'll have more FRC Media News right after this.
Here are some job descriptions on the latest hot jobs list from the Mass Hire Fall River Career Center. English Language Learner Teacher. Atlantis Charter School, located at 991 Jefferson Street, is in need of a full-time English language learner teacher, responsible for developing, implementing, and monitoring the English language learning program, working closely with students and staff. Job number 151-61933. Front Office Manager. Primacare Walk-In, located at 277 Pleasant Street, is looking for a full-time front office manager, responsible for the monitoring of department staffing, employee performance, orientation, and ongoing education. Job number 151-53355. Cake Decorator and Pastry Finisher. Letty's Bakery, located at 1481 South Main Street, is urgently hiring a full-time cake decorator and pastry finisher, responsible for finishing donuts and pastries prior to the store open each morning, and accurately taking customer orders in person or by phone. Job number 151-41656. Sharon Regional Medical Center, located at 795 Middle Street, is in need of the following full and part-time positions. Human Resources Recruiter, job number 151-37175. ER Technician, job number 151-38767. Skyline Composite Incorporated, located at 63 Water Street, Also has an immediate need for the following full and part-time positions. Office clerk, job number 151-44205. Manufacturing production workers, job number 151-44175. For more information on these or other positions, visit Mass Hire JobQuest at jobquest.dcs.eol.mass.gov or call the Mass Hire Fall River Career Center at 508-730-5000.
Welcome back. Final touches are being completed in the construction of the new BMC Durfee High School.
Well, it's all systems go, and we're on target for a 7/23 substantial completion, where we'll really start our moving in. New furniture's arriving daily and being placed in rooms that are finished. There's still some work to do on the north end of the building, but we're on target to be open with kids in the building on September 1st. Over the course of the spring, teachers got ready for the move. At the end of the school year, they packed their bins that are going to be delivered exactly to the room that they're coming to. So it's all orchestrated in a very, very controlled way. In the building we're in right now, there's a lot of harvesting going on by the district of pulling out furniture that's going to other schools or going to storage. And really very little is moving over from the old school to the new, except for classroom items that are needed, textbooks, some technology, but just about everything in this building is brand new.
As we get closer to the opening in September, work is being done to prepare staff and students to acclimate them to the layout and amenities of the new school.
Over the course of August, there'll be a ton of training on the technology, on the facility. We'll have a lot of that filmed, and we're going to develop training videos for staff. But when they come on site towards the end of August, we got to have everyone understand where to go and how to get there. And so we're going to do a lot of promotion and a lot of messaging on logistics and how to. As I brought staff through on tours throughout the spring, they walked back energized. They said, we can't wait. This is going to be great. And really, it's hard to find a person that isn't affected by a tour of this building and the environment that we're going to inhabit. So I see it as a big shot in the arm for morale and for energy and a chance for us to set everything right.
Some of us may be fortunate enough to have a brush with celebrity. Bristol Community College class of 2021 valedictorian Catherine Haley had that chance after she was named Glamour Magazine's College Woman of the Year. She had the opportunity to meet virtually with First Lady Jill Biden. The conversation was billed as a Zoom meeting between Ms. Haley and one of the editors at the magazine. Ms. Haley soon found out otherwise.
I was already very nervous to meet the editor of Glamour magazine. It's one of the biggest women's magazines. I grew up with it, grew up reading it for makeup tips and things like that. And right before the Zoom meeting started, my internet went out. I was having technical difficulties. It was so nerve-wracking. I couldn't get my internet to work. I jumped in on my phone, but then my internet came back. So then I jumped back in on my laptop. The whole time, the First Lady is just sitting there like, I'm here. And I didn't notice. I was just so caught up in trying to fix my internet that I wasn't even looking at who was in the Zoom room. So finally I get on, I start babbling about my internet not working. I was like, I'm so sorry, my internet, blah, blah, blah. And then she was like, hi. And I was like, you can see the realization come on. I was like, and she was like, I'm Jill Biden, the First Lady of the United States. And I remember thinking like, I know who you are. And yeah. It was incredible. I was so floored.
Congratulations. You have been named one of Glamour's College Women of the Year.
Stop. I literally love you.
Mrs. Biden still teaches at a community college and has long been a cheerleader of a community college education. Ms. Haley is in recovery, was at one time homeless, then persevered to come to Bristol and earn an associate's degree. As the conversation with the First Lady progressed, Ms. Haley became more comfortable speaking with her.
I have found in life that everyone is human, right? Everybody wants to be treated like they're just another person because she is just a person. So I find that when I act like myself, when I'm just comfortable with myself and portraying myself as I am, it makes the other person more comfortable. And I found that to be true with Jill Biden as well. So I tried to be, I made a couple of jokes and she seemed to like them. So we're going to be best friends now, me and Jill. So
you are such an inspiration to so many women in community college. I hope you know that.
You have such a beautiful, bright future ahead of you, and we can't wait to see what you do.
I voted for your husband.
Thank you. Good thing. Otherwise, this could be very bad.
I will be voting for him again, too.
Ms. Haley's educational career will continue this fall as she enrolls at Brown University to pursue a career in psychology with a focus on trauma. We wish her all the best. We'll wrap up FRC Media News right after this.
Hi, welcome to Hot Dogs and Cool Cats. Today with us we have Gucci. He is a 1-year-old pit bull. He is also another guy who doesn't realize his size. He's just under 80 pounds, but he doesn't think so. He thinks he can just climb on your lap. He thinks you can carry him around. He is a very smart boy. For him, he would do good probably in like an active home. He loves to go for walks. If you do have children, though, we would say no kids under 12 years old for him. And also because of his breed as well, you would have to own your own home. He is super smart. He does know a few basic commands, mainly when he wants to. You sit, good boy. Port, good boy. Other port, good boy. He's very treat motivated. He does get intimidated easy. He is afraid of his own shadow. Want to come down and meet Gucci? You can give us a call to make an appointment to visit with him. We are located at Forever Paws Animal Shelter at 300 Linwood Street in Fall River, Massachusetts. Today with us we have Baroness and Viscount. They are brother and sister. They were originally came in a lot younger. They were both adopted out together. They are only 6 months old. They are pretty decent sized for their age. They can be couch potatoes, but they do like to play with their toys still. They don't have to go together either. They can go separately. So if you're interested in coming to meet them or interested in adopting, you can give Forever Paws Animal Shelter a call to make an appointment to visit with them. We are located at 300 Linwood Street in Fall River, Massachusetts.
That's all for this edition of FRC Media News. Please check out our website at frmedia.org for all the latest news and information. FRC Media News airs Thursdays at 6 p.m. and Fridays at 5:30 p.m. For all of us here at FRC Media News, I'm Keith Tebow. Have a fantastic weekend. We'll see you next Thursday.